What is going on, beautiful people of the world? My name is Garrett Wolf, and I am the host of the #1 podcast for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to fitness free. I've built my body over the last 8 years through trial and error, and in the last 3 years, I've helped hundreds of online clients shred unwanted fat and embody the best version of themselves. Now, let's jump right into today's show. What is going on, beautiful people of the world? Welcome back to the Garrett Wolf podcast. This is the #1 show for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to six-pack abs, all without doing hours of grueling cardio in the gym or on a treadmill. In this episode, we're going to be talking about why you should comprehend but not compare yourself when it comes to looking at people's profiles online, like on Instagram, or these influencers on YouTube and stuff like that, like the Gymshark, Alphalete guys, all those people like that. We're going to be talking about why you should comprehend what they have, how they got it, but don't compare yourself to them because they are not you. And they are completely different. And we're going to be talking about all the reasons why they're different, how they're different, and why you should comprehend and not compare. However, if at any point during this episode you like what I have to say, or you think that what I am saying is useful, or you just like my beautiful face, then please screenshot my mug, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf. I'll reshare it and get back to you with a nice little free gift. But that being said, today we are going to talk about why you should comprehend but not compare. This is a mindset I got, kind of stole it a little bit, admittedly, or copied it, however you want to say it. Took it from one of my early mentors. I believe he was my second mentor ever. He is the owner of the Change Lives Academy. His name is B Mark Fit, if you guys want to look him up on Instagram, see what he's doing, see what he's all about. But he always said to comprehend and don't compare. And this is incredibly interesting because I used to compare myself to everyone. I used to say, like, you know, you should compare yourself to other people because you always want to be the best. You always want to be the best version of yourself, the best version of, you know, whoever you can be, who you can embody. Excuse me while I take this jacket off because I start sweating once I start spieling and motivating and talking like a coach. But anyway, this mindset, comprehend but don't compare. What does it mean? What does it entail? What's the embodiment? Basically, what it means is it's kind of just the fundamental principle that you are different. You are not the same as the people that you see on social media. You are not the same person. You do not have the same genetics. You do not have the same muscle insertions. You do not have the same size muscle bellies. Everything about you is completely different. So you should comprehend what you're seeing on the other end, but don't compare yourself to them because you're completely different. It would be like comparing, you know, Harry Potter to Fantastic Beasts. You guys know that new series that's coming out. I believe they're still making new movies about it. I kind of forget. They kind of trailed off a little bit back in the past. I don't know. The last movie came out, like, I think in 2019. I'm not exactly sure. That was a great movie, by the way. Sidebar. Fantastic Beasts, I think it's better than Harry Potter, guys. Hate me or love me, but I know there's a lot of Harry Potter super fans, but little quick sidebar, you know, a couple months back when I was still in Virginia before coming to Massachusetts, I watched every single Harry Potter with my mom. We did a little binge watch, and dude, they're fucking kind of terrible, guys. Honestly, like, I'm sorry, all you Harry Potter fanatics, but dude, Harry Potter is fucking boring as shit, man. I must have fallen asleep like 3 or 4 times during like the 8 movies, dude. It's just a snooze fest. Though the visuals and everything are, you know, pretty captivating. I think Fantastic Beasts is a lot more fun. I like the main character. I forget his name. I thought it was Luffy or Luffy. I forget. But Fantastic Beasts is awesome. Nice little sidebar. But anyway, continuing on our topic of discussion today, comprehend, don't compare. But to finish that train of thought, you guys should watch Fantastic Beasts, especially if you don't like Harry Potter, because it's better, in my opinion. But it'd be like comparing Fantastic Beasts to Harry Potter. It's like you can compare them, you can cross-reference them and see what the differences are, but why are you comparing them? Because they're 2 completely different movies. So when you're trying to figure out if something's making progress or if something is getting better, you don't compare it to one of its competitors. You don't compare it to something that's completely different than it itself. You compare it to its previous version. So you should compare yourself to your previous versions, your previous iterations of yourself, but you shouldn't compare yourself to other people because, again, they are completely different people. They have completely different muscle bodies, muscle bellies, muscle insertions, muscle lengths. Everything about them is different. They eat different foods, they take different pre-workout, they drink different protein. So why are you comparing yourself to them? Not to mention the protein and pre-workout and tactics and strategies that the person you're comparing yourself to might not actually work the same on you because, again, you're different. You're a nice, unique, beautiful little snowflake, and you are not the same as your peers. Though we are all incredibly similar, you are not the same as your peers. So comparing yourself to other people doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. That's point number one. Point number two is that there is a fucking secondary pandemic going around on social media because of the new app CapCut. Unfortunately, somehow software engineers have figured out how to CapCut or Photoshop, in quotes, your body in a fucking video, which is insane. You can now Photoshop and tweak your video, spread out your lats, shrink your waist without affecting the background, and virtually nobody can tell the difference, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous. It is insane that influencers feel so what's the word? They feel so shitty about themselves. They feel so unworthy about their bodies that they feel that it is necessary to literally digitally enhance their body from the ground up. They quite literally change their proportions before your very eyes without affecting the background, and they're posting it without saying that they've changed or tweaked anything about their body, and they're trying to pass it off as a natural look, which is vile, frankly. It's completely vile. It's disgusting. That being said, I can see why they do it. Social media is an incredible place. It's incredibly toxic, especially the fitness industry. You need to be very careful because people are fucking mean, man. People are mean. I've been posting consistently twice a day on all social platforms for the past 3 years of my life, and I have practically seen millions of hate comments. People are ruthless on the internet, man. I cannot believe it. Some skinny fat fucking Slim Jim named Joe Schmo dickhead behind his computer screen is gonna comment on your body when he doesn't even walk more than 4,000 steps a day, because that's the average steps that an average American gets throughout his day-to-day life. And Joe Schmo dickhead behind the computer screen is gonna comment on your physique because he hates his life. You gotta come back to the term, you spot it, you got it. This guy's hating on you about all these things. It's just because he hates all those things about himself. He doesn't actually hate you, he actually hates himself. And that is reason number two why you should comprehend, but don't compare, because people are under an incredible amount of pressure when on social media, and that leads them down a stray path of cap cutting or photoshopping their body and making it look different than it actually is, making it look better than it actually is, and that's reason number two why you should comprehend, but do not compare. You need to comprehend, however. These are reasons, I was just talking about reasons why you shouldn't compare, right? You shouldn't compare because you're a completely different person. Every single factor about you is different, number one. And number two, you shouldn't compare because you really have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. You have no idea what kind of lighting they have. You have no idea if they're enhancing their body with Photoshop or Lightroom or CapCut. You have no idea what kind of camera work or camera tricks went into getting that shot. That's why you shouldn't compare. Why you should, however, comprehend is the reasons we were just talking about why I used to believe you should compare, but now I think you shouldn't compare, you should comprehend. Because you can actually get a little bit of motivation from other people, right? You can gain motivation from seeing people who are bigger than you. Maybe they're a similar age and you see some similarities in them that you have in yourself, some qualities that you might share, and you can say, if they can get it, I can too. And that's a healthy mindset. But saying they have it so I need it too is an unhealthy mindset. Or saying they have... Actually, that's not an unhealthy mindset. That's a pretty healthy mindset, I'd say. That's like dedication, hard work, ferocity, tenacity, all good things. But seeing their body and saying I'm unworthy, or I'm worse than them, or I'm doing something wrong because I don't look like them, that is where the toxicity comes in. That's where the problem comes in. Is because that isn't exactly true. You're kind of projecting a fortune that isn't exactly true, because again, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So you should comprehend but not compare. Don't compare yourself to them. You're completely different. However, comprehend them in a positive mentality, in a positive headspace, by saying, you know, we share some similar qualities, we are of similar age, I can achieve it if they achieved it too. And that is a healthy mindset to have. That's going to serve you. That's going to be a proper healthy mindset to have, rather than the negative mindset of they have it so I'm unworthy because I don't have it too. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this episode. Again, if you like anything that I had to say, please screenshot my face, 3, 2, 1. Share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and I'll share it to my story, and I will get back to you with an absolutely free gift. Other than that, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Remember to comprehend but don't compare. And that is how you're going to stay in a healthy headspace. That's how you're going to stay motivated. That's how you're going to stay in positive momentum. And that is how you are not going to fall victim to fear and scarcity. All right. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. And I will see you all in the next episode. Peace, peace. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you got some value. If you did get value and you want to learn a little bit more about how you can go from skinny fat to fitness freak, just head over to my Instagram at _Garrett Wolf and DM me the word muscles, and I'll reach out to you and see if I can help. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace, peace.